Hi everybody, it's Becca. We're having some stormy, rainy weather today, and sorry about my neighbor who's doing construction. But our bare asparagus roots came in today. I'm not really exactly ready to plant them in the ground, so what am I going to do? It does say here that you can stick them in the refrigerator, in the crisper box for up to 7 days. I don't want to do that because I think we'd run our refrigerator a little too cold, and it is cool outside, so I'm under the pergola, and I'm going to show you how I'm planting them. So it does say you need a sunny, weed-free location. Plants should have a minimum of 6 to 8 hours of sunlight exposure. Early morning sun is preferred. Thoroughly weed before planting and use appropriate weeding techniques to keep the planting area weed-free. So your soil should have at least 2 to 3% organic matter. Good morning, Dina. How are you? If your soil is not well drained, planting in raised beds may be necessary, though risk of cold damage can increase. With any planting method, there's 2 factors that are critical. Irrigation. So your plants need adequate soil moisture for your asparagus to grow and fruit well. So you're going to need to water your plants thoroughly when you transplant, again once more within a week of planting. So you want to keep proper moisture levels during establishment period until your asparagus plants get settled in. Good morning, Francis. How are you? Let's see. And you need proper moisture levels throughout the season of growing your asparagus. If you're growing in raised beds, it's essential that you provide drip irrigation. Probably also here, since we're so hot and dry, if you're going to do it in a raised bed, which I'm not, you're going to need irrigation of some kind, because the beds can dry out really quickly here, depending what type of raised bed that you're doing, and your soil mixture that you have. If you're going to use, adding some cocoa coir really helps with the moisture, and vermiculite. Let's see, it says plants should receive 1 to 3 inches of water each week. Irrigate 1 to 3 times per week rather than every day. And you don't really want to water overhead on your asparagus once they start growing, more like at the base. Not that the watering overhead will like affect the ferns in any way, but watering at the base helps ensure that the ground soil is getting moist and not just the tops, which can then dry out from the sun. So this was CZ grain. I ordered this off of Amazon. I got 10 bare asparagus roots for $13.95 and free shipping. It says Millennium Live Asparagus bare root plants, 2-year crowns, and that's what I ordered. So put this here. So this is what they look like. This is they come in, and here is the top of the crown. So where it looks like it's kind of knitted or crocheted together at the top, this is your crown part, and all these like spaghetti lookingness is your roots. These are way longer than the asparagus roots I got on some plants a while back. You can trim them up a little bit, maybe to about here. So you want to leave 6 to 8 inches. You're also going to want, if you're not putting them in the ground just yet and you want to get them established, I'm putting them in like really deep, like these are about 6 to 8 inch wide and about 8 to 10 inches deep. Here's some other ones that I have. And my soil mixture, I haven't used this before, but it was on sale. It's a it's called Whitney Farms Organic Planting Soil. It contains kelp and alfalfa meal already, so there's some organic matter in here to help feed your asparagus plants or whatever you're getting started. Now, I will tell you, it is a bit mulchy looking. There's some bigger pieces in here. I would just, like, if you see any like big twiggy sticks and stuff like that, just pick those out and put them in your compost. You don't want that in your seed starter mix. So this is all I have. I don't have cocoa coir or peat moss today. Morning, Donna. So we're planting asparagus crowns. This is what I'm using. It's the Whitney Farms organic planting soil, and I'm mixing that up with, this was actually really good price. This was on, so that was on sale at Walmart. The Whitney Farms, it was about $6.50 a bag. It's normally about $13 a bag, so right now it's on sale. It's a really good buy. This was from Walmart.com, and it is called Palmetto Vermiculite, and it's 2 cubic feet for about $30. A little goes a long way, and it's like a natural sponge that holds the moisture, and it also helps with wicking away algae, so algae shouldn't form with your seedlings and stuff like that. So this is why this is really important. And then we also have a really big thing of it. It is the perlite. It is that volcanic white rock that loosens up the soil mix, allows airflow for really good root development, and just allows for drainage so your plants aren't soaking and sitting in water where the roots can rot. So I've got that in my mix. And then it did say it had some kelp and stuff like that, but I'm adding, this is my container. I buy it in bulk. It's called Biofish from Down to Earth. And it is just a really good, it's a 777, and it smells a little bit fishy, but it smells good. So this is my fish emulsion of like just all fish bones, fish, all the fishies. It's like baked, dehydrated, and then they powder it. So I'm just kind of adding in and doing my Mills mix a little bit. I'm doing like a bag of the potting soil to about 2 containers of vermiculite and about 4 containers of perlite and 3 big handfuls of like together of my fish emulsion. And then this is what I have here in my big bucket, and I just mix it all around. Any big pieces I'm kind of plucking out. And then this is what I'm doing to plant. Let's see what I'm doing. Okay, so get your container, get your mix that's already mixed up. Any sticks and stuff, just toss those to the side for your compost. So you want a little bit at the bottom. Make sure your asparagus roots with your spaghetti noodles are on the bottom side and the crown is at the top. Don't plant it like this, because this is where your asparagus is going to grow from, and it won't grow that way. So try and spread the roots out. There's no need to like pre-soak these. And then just keep filling and hold it in the center as the roots are kind of spread apart. You're going to plant these 6 to 8 inches deep. And so you're going to just keep filling and getting that soil mix all around it. And pat it in. And just pat the whole thing down and compress it so that there's good soil contact to your roots. I've got quite a bit of rainwater right now collecting here, there, and everywhere, and it is raining some more. So I'm just gonna, good morning Jody, how are you? I'm actually just putting these over here. Oh, I soaked them up. Had some rainwater here. And then I've got some rainwater in a tray, and they're just bottom watering up. So that's, I'm gonna make sure they get watered through the top too. If it's not gonna rain some more, you kind of want them watered through but drained well. And then once they're watered in really good, so I'm gonna put them in our little hoop house here. This has 30% shade cloth, so as our temperatures start to get hot, I'll just have these in here on a shelf or something, and make sure they get watered like probably every other day, and just check to make sure that the soil is moist and not dry. And then once they start poking up their little asparagus heads, we're going to plant them back here. So I already have 3 plants that I started last season back here. So this is our asparagus patch back here. So these are, it says not to harvest too many the first year. So we've only been harvesting a few because we want the crowns to keep developing. So that as like in the winter, we chop them all back, and then they put up new spears, and they're making a bigger and better like root system right now. Like here's a brand new one popping up right here. But we're gonna keep letting the crown expand and grow. This season I'm not gonna harvest anymore. We've only had about 4 asparagus that we ate, so we're just gonna let this grow and develop. This area has a lot of organic matter from near our chicken coop, and Wayland has tilled this area for the past 7 years, so this was a good spot for us to plant these. This area hasn't been tilled as much. We have tilled it in the past, but so I just weeded all this area. There's a couple of things I need to pull out there. That's the sweet potatoes. But I put down all this leaves that we had. It had some grass clippings in it too, and then the start of some oak leaf mold. I sprayed bokashi, which is a fermented whey that helps break down the leaves some more. Wayland's going to till this in once we have some time to scrape back the top layers of the chicken coop that's deep litter with the oak leaves, and there's lots of good compost. So we're going to wheelbarrow that out, till that all in really, really deep, and then that's where I'm going to plant the 10 crowns of like asparagus. So we'll have a whole row, this whole back row, and over here of asparagus. Since it needs a full permanent place to you know, take root, and then our netting only goes so far, and none of the birds or anything else that we know has been eating the asparagus, so fingers crossed, everything's been doing really good, and nothing likes to eat asparagus except me and Wayland. So we'll have a really nice asparagus patch probably by next year or so. So that's what we're doing today, and I figured I'd just kind of show you the process, because we had, I think Nancy had told me her asparagus starts had died. I think she only had one that made it, and I haven't had any die, and basically I didn't have time to plant mine last year when they came in either, and I did the same exact process where I just planted them up, kept an eye on them, watered them probably every other day to every 3rd day until you started seeing the asparagus pop up. Make sure you prepare the area that you're going to plant them in, till it up really good. That way, Wayland was saying that the roots can go super deep, like several feet deep, so tilling it up is really good. And like I said, these are like the longest asparagus roots I've seen come in on my plants. I think I bought mine at Lowe's last season. I bought these from a grower that's on Amazon. It was a really good price, and since we have a small area, I only needed 10 plants, not like 30 or 20 of them. So 10 for $13.95 was a really good deal. And then something else we're going to be doing, and I'll do a video as I have everything coming in, was we love strawberries. That was probably one of the first things I've ever wanted to grow. Before I even moved to Texas, I started strawberry plants in Massachusetts, and then we had to fly and leave to Texas, so I never got strawberries. And then I tried growing strawberries here. We did a strawberry tower, and it was like with those baskets from Fruit King, and then the birds were always eating them and pecking at them, so we didn't get a whole lot of strawberries. We spent $100 to plant with the soil medium and the strawberry plants that we bought, and we didn't get any. And then we did a raised bed with strawberries, and that did really well. We had to have a cover for it, and but Wayland cut into the plastic raised bed that I was using for some other projects, so now I don't have that raised bed this year. So our friend Chrissy did a garden tower of the strawberry plants, and hers are doing really well, and I thought that would be, I've been looking at different ideas, and I thought that would be a really good idea as well, since we have a hooped house to put it in that the birds won't mess with, that a tower going vertical would be really good for us. I've looked at hanging baskets, I've looked at upside down hanging planters, and I still felt like it would be like really difficult to water each one individually versus a whole tower. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be trying to plant up a strawberry tower within the next week or two, and I will do a video showing you how we're doing it, and the soil mixture that I'm going to be putting together myself. There's a Fox Farms strawberry soil mixture. It's very expensive. It's 33 to 30 plus something dollars per bag of that soil mixture. And then, like I said, this Whitney's Farms was on sale for $6.50 a bag at Walmart, so I got a bunch of that. I've got some cocoa core coming, but cocoa core I think is not recommended for strawberries, so I need to pick up some peat moss. It said like crushed clay. There's like crushed clay that you use for succulents. That should be good in the mix. It said something about like crushed granite or some other type of crushed rock. It's kind of expensive, so I didn't get that. But I have perlite, which is cheaper, which also kind of does the same thing as that rock. It helps allow drainage, and the vermiculite. So, and I need to pick up some black cow manure as well. So anywho, I will show you what I'm doing with all that, and I'll show you some of the information I found about strawberries and the soil mixture. Our friend Chrissy bought, it's like a pink bag organic soil mixture at Home Depot, and it's $8 a bag. She said 8 bags to fill her garden tower with, and I think it's got like bat guano and kelp and maybe alfalfa as well. And her plants are thriving in that tower and looking really, really good. So it kind of gave me hope of having a strawberry tower here on our little backyard farm, because I want to get back to growing things that we really enjoy and wanted to grow from the beginning. And I've always wanted asparagus and strawberries. I just didn't really have a place to put them, and we were still kind of configuring out where we would put things permanently in our little backyard here with the trees and the shade and all the things that we had going on. And I feel like we kind of know pretty much where we're going to have things set up permanently, and so I feel a little bit more confident about having stuff that we can take care of, that's easy to manage. So asparagus is super easy to take care of, and like once a week I water it once it's been established if we're not getting any rain. And I don't water it a whole lot. It actually, because there's so much organic matter in the soil, it stays pretty well moist or hydrated, whatever you want to call it. And it's been doing really good. So that really kind of excited me. It was kind of an experiment just to plant 3 and see how it did. It's also providing a little bit of shade for our chickens, so it'll grow up and be shading them during the hot summer months. So that's really cool and helpful for our little chickens too. And yeah, I just thought I'd pop on here. I hope you guys had a wonderful St. Patty's Day. I've been feeling a little bit just worn out and exhausted. So I've just been kind of resting up and doing my best to get my electrolytes back up and stuff. But this is a project that we got to do today while there was a break in the rain. So super excited for that. And glad I could share it with you guys. And if you're interested in growing asparagus, I thought this would help you guys out. So yeah, and we have some beets available and fresh greens. So we have Swiss chard, kale, and collards. And then I just finished planting all the strawberry plants. I mean, not strawberry, tomato. And then we're going to finish, we need to finish planting the corn, okra, and I started watermelons and some flower seeds. So, and then, oh, if anybody needs cucumber plants, I have extra for free. So just message me, stop by. I've got extra, market more cucumber plants. I don't have enough room for them all. Someone gifted them to us. So I've got a bunch of little cucumber plants here. And yeah, I got some seedlings started. We got all the lettuce is gone. So I've got 3 tomato plants planted here. And I planted some cucumbers here and here, and I'm going to finish filling this one later this week and plant out maybe 2 more cucumbers. And Wayland put our cattle panel up here for them. But yeah, our tomatoes are starting to really look really good here with our pineapple. I got tomato plants here. And then since we don't have a whole lot of bees right now, we've got some, just take a paintbrush in the morning and you can self-pollinate the cucumbers. So here's the Market More 76 that I have. And we just did a like a tent or upside down V, 2 cattle panels, and they're tied together with hognose clips. And then yeah, there's our asparagus all potted up. I'm gonna finish finding some rainwater to water them with, I think. And yeah, so in the front we've got, just before the rain, I planted up our tomatoes in the front. Yeah, so I was able to add 2 bags of that Whitney Farm soil mixture in here, and then I had 4 volunteer tomato plants. I'm not sure what they are, but it's something we grew here, and I planted them really, really deep. I plant them with the coffee grinds, Epsom salt, fish emulsion, 1 aspirin, and I watered them in with some bokashi. And then we have black cow manure in here as well, so that should be a good start to getting them growing. We do have a sun gold tomato, and then I finished pulling weeds out of this for our Rose of Sharon, and our grapevine's starting to leaf out. And then that got all fertilized with fish emulsion and bokashi. I fertilized with fish emulsion and bokashi on the pomegranate tree because, oh, the wind really knocked off the blossoms. But there's some pomegranates on here starting. These will be ready in September. And then our fig tree wasn't ready to plant. It's still too small, so I put another volunteer tomato here. And our avocado tree got fertilized as well with some zinc tablets and bokashi and the fish emulsion, the biofish. And so it's been super windy, y'all. Like, it's been a little rough. There was tons of avocados on here, and I just don't know. They got knocked off pretty good by the winds. We had really like 60+ mile-an-hour winds or something last whatever. But here's a few. We might get a few. I really hoped for more, but the winds really do kind of tear up the avocado plant, even though I've been making sure it stays watered. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get some avocados. That's all for today. I hope you guys enjoy your day. And yeah, let me know what you guys are growing this season. Or if you have any questions, you can always put them as a post, and if I'll do my best to try to answer them, or someone else could answer.